Today we have 3 exclusive interviews. Our first interview will be with Sam. Over to her.
Here we are, an exclusive interview with Grendel. Hi, Grendel. What is your motivation for attacking the Danes?
The Danes were an intruder, and I saw them as a threat for my territory. They liked to dance and sing in their joyous feast in the hall, while I, on the other hand, was in my lair trying to rest, and they were being obnoxious. And I realized that humans are all selfish. I am condemned to a life of suffering and despair in the shadows, so therefore they should not be allowed to a long and happy life. I do not find it any fair.
Wow. Now, we've heard about your mother. Can you tell us a little more about her and your relationship with her?
My relationship with my mother was one of a kind. She has always been very protective of me, but sometimes fails to understand me and why I do the things the way I do. Despite that, she was always caring mother, and I went for advice to her when I needed it. She taught me how to fight and carefully plan out my attacks on others. My mother is the only creature I've ever really known in my life, and she did a good job of raising me.
Wow. So, what about your father? You said she was the only creature you ever really knew. What about him?
I don't really know much about my father, but my mother always told me so much about him. She told me that he is a descendant of Cain. My mother said he was an evil, inconsiderate, and lying creature. I believe she ate him because they got in a disagreement, and that was my mother's solution, eating him.
My, she has very interesting solutions. Have you ever considered therapy for your issues?
No!
Okay, next question. Do you regret going to the mead hall that night and meeting Beowulf?
Actually, I do not. I went over there to defeat him and protect my reign over the Danes. Though I did something that cost me my arm. I underestimated him and his abilities. No one has been able to go against my strength, and frankly, I did not think Beowulf would either. Though one day, evil will come back and avenge my death to the Geats.
All right. Well, now for our final question. Do you think that you will be able to survive this terrible injury?
Thanks, Sam. Now we go to Kara, who will be interviewing Beowulf.
And now we have Beowulf, the epic hero.
Hello.
So, my first question, when did you first realize your strength and courage?
Well, when I was a young kid, there was this wolf that attacked my family, my siblings. I went after the wolf and killed it with my bare hands. That was when I first realized my strength.
What made you want to come fight this battle?
Well, nobody else was defeating this terrible monster, and I just had to do something. I couldn't watch all these people suffer. I couldn't watch them just in pain and the death anymore.
Thank you for that, sir. What was the hardest part of this battle?
I think the hardest part for me was the beginning, when he was attacking the people, and I saw that right before I attacked him.
Why were you so confident that you were going to win in the battle with Grendel?
Well, I figured that if I didn't win, then, nobody's going to tell me about it because I'm not going to be around to hear it.
Yeah. Tell us about some other battles you have faced.
Well, I swam across the sea and killed 9 sea monsters, and, I survived that, so.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
have a good day, Beowulf.
You too. Thanks, Kara. Now over to Leslie, who's interviewing Hrothgar.
Thank you, Sam. Now here we have the king. How are you? Now, could you please tell us how you knew of Beowulf?
Beowulf was the son of a very close friend of mine who died long ago.
So, how did you feel about somebody else coming to your kingdom and defending your people?
Well, I was very sad that I couldn't defend them myself because I do love them very much. But I am very old and weak, and I could not do it myself, so I'm glad that he came.
Thank you. Now, how did you deal with the 12 winters of Grendel attacking your people?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. If Beowulf hadn't come to save us, do you think the attacks would have ever stopped?
No, I don't think the attacks would have stopped until Grendel had died.
Okay. So now, what is your next step that all this chaos is over?
Plan to have a memorial banquet feast Friday night, 10 p.m. Be there.
Okay, I'm sure that I'd probably be there. But on a serious note, how are you mourning the death of your best friend? Thank you. That's all we have for today.
Good morning.
Oh